Hello, and welcome back to another hitchhiking adventure. This time we take you with us to a big challenge to hitchhike across Turkey. We are right now
in Batumi,
in the central square. It's alright.
and we want to hitchhike from Batumi to Istanbul.
So from Batumi Central Square to the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. How many days? We don't know exactly. 4 or 5 days probably. We take our time a little bit.
We have like 6 to 7 hour drives ahead of us.
Every day, yeah. We'll go along the Black Sea coast, and that's why we have a shower every day, hopefully. And yeah, welcome and enjoy.
After finishing our hike in the Caucasus Mountains, we headed to the Black Sea, where we visited our old couchsurfing friend Sergey in Batumi.
We got a surprise for you because our couchsurfing host, Sergey, is joining us for our hitchhiking journey because he also wants to go to Turkey and visit some places there. So it's gonna be cozy in the car.
And we don't know yet if it's even possible to hitchhike all the three of us. I think I've only done it once back in Austria. It's definitely a lot more difficult, but also a lot more fun.
And after 10 minutes of waiting, we got lucky. Thank you so much. It's kind of tight in the back. Nice.
So much fun.
Okay, our ride is going to the border of Turkey, and we decided to get off a bit earlier because there's a waterfall close by, and of course after 10 minutes of hitchhiking we already smell, so we're gonna take a shower now. We decided to skip the waterfall because it's raining.
Natural waterfall.
We're now at the border, and funny thing is, right on the Georgian side we have a church, and right on the other side, we're gonna show it to you now, you can see it, there's a mosque.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's called rain, yeah. There is a really long queue. We have to wait.
And merhaba, hoş geldiniz Turkey. Thank you very much. It will be our second time that we hitchhike across Turkey now. This time the weather is already a lot worse than the first time, but at least it's not going to be super hot. Yeah, we'll try to find a truck maybe that will bring us all the way to Trabzon, or many different cars. Hey, 101, hey, 101, hey, 101. It has been a while, and now we are back here at our beloved supermarket. Let's see how the prices have changed. And this is the moment that we were looking forward for the past month. We finally got a whole lot of sweets for 2 euros, not for 10 euros, for 2 euros. And now we're gonna get our first Turkish sugar shock again.
Shock!
Hello! And we've only been in Turkey for half an hour, and we've already been invited for tea at the police station. So thank you very much. The tea is so hot that you cannot even...
We'll stay here for the next 30 minutes until the tea is a bit colder.
I think they do it on purpose so that we stay longer. I don't know.
But we love it. We're here for it.
It is really a lot more challenging to find someone when you're 3 people. It's not impossible, but many people have now said they only have 1 or they only have 2 spaces, and that they are very sorry. So we would have been gone here already for 2 hours if it's only 2 of us. But yeah, I think that's part of the challenge. Okay, so he's not going anywhere where we want to go, but we just took it and asked him if he can bring us 2 kilometers further, and maybe that's going to be our lucky spot, because the last one was not very lucky. The problem about this spot is that here is another team of hitchhikers. It's 2 people, and even further there's another one solo hitchhiker.
Time for chocolate.
I think it's chocolate time again. And nice and melted. So let's see who prefers 3 people hitchhiking, 2 or 1. There's many people that stop, but when they see that we are three of us, because one of us keeps hiding so that they at least stop for us, but they always decline, unfortunately. Let's see, it's been 2 hours now in Hopa, first city in Turkey. Now we are trying our best luck with a cardboard. Wasn't necessary so far in Turkey, but I think it will increase our chances. Finally, we did make it into a car. I think the key is just that it's not all the three of you visible at one spot. It should be one of you hitchhiking so that the car stops, and then hopefully slowly talk your way into getting three people into the car. But if they see three people, they just don't stop at the first point. So that's important, I think. Now we're on the way to Rize, which is halfway to Trabzon, and I'm sure we can make it there.
Okay, next step is going to Trabzon. We have a beautiful sign.
It is absolute chaos. We are now here in Off, that's the name, and that's around 50 kilometers away from Trabzon. We are making our way there, but super slowly, and everyone always just takes us 10 kilometers and it takes half an hour to get picked up. We are getting more creative now, but still it doesn't really work well. We are having our first lunch break and yeah, hope to make it to Trabzon as soon as possible. Hello. Now it is starting to rain pretty hard. Let's see if they pity us or if they just don't want to take us because we are wet. And no one did pity us except this legend here. Thank you very much, çok teşekkürler. He helped us really out, and yeah, that is the final ride. He's going to Trabzon, where we will leave our friend who is trying to get some cool clothes or food and everything that is a lot cheaper in Turkey, and we are going to check out the monastery, and close by we will probably spend the night, and yeah, then continue along the Black Sea coast tomorrow. Okay, again we were dropped somewhere else than what he actually said, so now it's another 10 kilometers. We were just running for a truck that stopped, but probably for another reason, not to pick us up, or because he only saw two people at first and then he saw the third one. Quite a pain. If you are not
I think he just drove away because we're three people and he realized that everyone is now running towards him.
So we have been picked up by our last ride, finally, and yeah, let's see if we survive. We have just left our Russian friend and we'll now, see you, Sergey, all the best. And now I'm sure hitchhiking will be a lot easier. We're now pretty much in the city center though, so let's hope that we get out of this huge city as fast as possible. It was super stressful to get out of the city. You can see it in our faces, we are completely exhausted. Plus the weather is not really doing its part. It's always raining when we're outside and it's always sweaty when we're in the car. So yeah, you can see how much we're sweating. We're just completely done. And now, since we've been waiting so much today, we will not even make it to the monastery that we wanted to go to. And yeah, I don't know what to say. It was not our day. I hope that tomorrow will be better. Let's see where we'll end up tonight.
Unfortunately, we did not make it to the monastery
But
today.
why are you smiling if you didn't make it?
After a long day of hitchhiking and not many kilometers, we got an invitation from a hotel. There's like a basement here and they invited us that we can like put mattresses here, and now we have our own
crash
little...
here for the night and don't
Yeah.
have to pitch the tent in the rain.
Yeah, it's bad weather is forecasted like the whole day. Now we have our own little fortress. Yep.
Good morning everybody, it's day 115 or something, and we are currently here next to the place where we spent the night, and we'll now jump into this very nice river to clean ourselves because we did not have a shower.
So that's what the shower part looks like. We just lay in the river. Yeah.
We now made it to the first car of the day, which gives us a ride straight to the monastery, and from there on we will like have a look a little bit and then go back to Trabzon and then further along the Black Sea coast. We were lucky enough to hitch a ride with a local, and he's not being controlled by the guys of the ticket entrance. Now we can probably walk in there without paying. Not inside the monastery, but at least we can have a look at it. Well, it turned out that we were wrong. We did not skip the entry booth. It is right here, right before you can enter the monastery. And it's I think like €8, which is quite dear. That's a hell lot of chocolate, therefore we will not go for that. There was already a nice viewpoint somewhere else where you can see the monastery. This is the station where most people buy their tickets for a small like shuttle bus that brings them up to the monastery. But we found it quite easy to hitchhike, so not really worth the money for the bus, I think. Beam supermarket, our actual favorite, to buy some snacks, and we found out that karpuz, watermelon, became even cheaper than before. 1.90, so 10 cents per kilogram. We are now in Trabzon city center, and we asked this truck here if he can take us, and he said yes, but he needs a safe place to stop. So since that is quite difficult in the city center, he just stops in the middle of the road. Çok teşekkürler. Teşekkür ederim.
Okay, we're back, going back to the truck. Oh my god, big road. He invited us for lunch, which took over an hour. The lunch is very, very good. Something totally different to what we've tasted in Turkey so far. Hurry! But we still did not get far, so we still have a lot of distance to cover. And these are hazelnuts, they dry it here apparently. Where's Berni?
Every park and every pedestrian way is full with hazelnuts. And yeah, we are cruising along the Black Sea coast. It's not very special, to be honest. I mean, the cool thing is, yeah, hazelnuts is the highlight so far. And that there were a lot of tea plantations yesterday. It's very green here, it's very humid. Yeah, you feel like you're somewhere in Indonesia or something. But yeah, it's cool that there's nothing special here, because now we can keep cruising for once and don't have to stop every half hour. We have been dropped in the middle of the highway because our driver goes somewhere else. He was very friendly and invited us for food and everything, but when I went out, and that is always the same, I went out for a second to take a piss or to whatever, just for a second, and everyone always tries to take these few seconds to harass Alex in some kind of way.
Harassment and Turkey go hand in hand apparently.
Yeah, Turkey is very, very bad, I think, for solo female hitchhikers. They just have no borders. They don't care if we're married or not. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, to be honest.
They just don't see women as their equals, so they can take like.
Yeah, they think they can just take it and they own them. I didn't want to believe it, but it's just not the first time, it's not the second time. It is almost every time, and it is a shame. But yeah, we're close to Samsun and we keep going.
Hitchhiking on the highway works wonderfully. Our ride gave us some bread, and my couchsurfing host spontaneously agreed to host us tonight, but it's still 150 kilometers away, which is far because, as you can see, the sun is setting in like half an hour. So hopefully we can make it.
So now we are making all the cars stop to take us to Samsun. we asked the guy to drop us at a traffic light, so it will be a lot easier to find someone for sure.
The family took us with the mom. I'm happy, finally a woman again.
It's looking good. We have, after this ride, only 40 kilometers more to cover, so chances are high. Okay. It is now already 8:30 and we are still hitchhiking because we still have another 40 kilometers to go, but we are very confident that we will make it. We were dropped at a nice traffic light and from here I'm sure that we will find someone. Çok teşekkürler. We made it into a truck after only a few seconds. It was the first truck actually. I don't know where he's going. Nereye gidiyorsun? Ne kadar kilometre? An hour. Many. I don't know where he was going, but he said he goes many kilometers, which is good because we don't have to cover many kilometers anymore, meaning that he will drop us in Bafra.
Bye truck. That was our not last ride, but our last ride to the city. Now we have to hitchhike to our couch surfing host. She's still how many kilometers away? Wie viele Kilometer ist sie noch weg? 4 kilometers away. So if we don't find a ride, we can walk that.
And now we were invited by our last ride to some amazing kebab and chick kofta, which Alex craved for
weeks.
and it has become reality.
Crazy.
So
The consistency of the ice cream is so cool.
yeah, it's different ice cream
You
than
have to
in
like
it's so lovely. Eat it.
we made it to our final destination.
Senin sehpana ne zaman bakalım?
So happy.
Yarın kızlar gerçekten bir yere.
As you've seen, in the end, everything turns out well. And yeah, let's see what tomorrow has to offer. Wow. Hello.
Good morning. It's already 9 o'clock and we're still in bed. We now have made some coffee. Later we will go out again with our last ride from yesterday, Jakob, and he's going to invite us for breakfast, I think, which is nice. And then we continue further. Oh my god. That's crazy. Now we are having breakfast at the same place.
Alex is completely done. She just came from the toilet, puking, shitting.
Come on.
But the guy just keeps feeding us. Now he wanted to show us some typical Turkish delights and some sweets. Oh, I'm still going strong. Alex is not.
For me, it's not fun anymore.
What we found very amazing is that he doesn't want anything in exchange for it. He just gives us because he likes, and there's nothing in exchange, and that is very rare. We just left our couch surfing hostess and go right back where the truck dropped us yesterday, and we'll try to make it to Sinop, which marks around halfway across Turkey, which we did in around 3 days. Of course we could have gone faster, but you know, we're not in a hurry. There is no point why we should go faster. Then we have another host there, chilled there a bit, edit some videos, and then to the second leg of our journey.
The climate here is disgusting. I'm sweating after 10 minutes of walking like crazy. And it's already 4:30, so in 3 hours the sun will set and it's still so hot. It's not a good climate for me. I really don't like it.
We're here on the traffic light again, and it is quite hot.
You see my beard?
And now we are an 8-seat car that goes around 25 kilometers in our way, and yeah, we're already anxious about going back into the heat. Alex is saying that it is not fun to hitchhike in these conditions. That's why we found shelter under the shade of a bridge. Woo! But downside, cars are going fast. We just invented a new technique of hitchhiking, and we call it der Doppeldaumen. The double thumb. Explain us how it works. And again, not very far, and again like a Turkish guy living in Germany, and there's quite a lot of them here. We've met I think 3 or 4 of them, and they're all flying to Düsseldorf next week. That's kind of fun. Probably they're all in the same plane and talk about us. At least now we are standing 7 kilometers further only, but at a traffic light. We love you. Tiny car, as you can see, but they are going pretty far, like 50 kilometers, which is almost all the way. And we decided that we go swimming first because we're completely sweaty. And yeah, I think it's the first time in the Black Sea in Turkey. Back onto the highway, which is really close to the ocean. Teşekkürler. Teşekkür ederim. Nereye gidiyorsun? Sinop. Super. And we made it to a car that goes to Sinop. Sinop Çarşı. Gidiyorsun. Super. To the center. We have finally arrived after a short, but not so short, day of hitchhiking at our couchsurfing host. Thank you very much for joining our hitchhiking diary. We made it halfway through Turkey already. Now we are having some pide with I don't know what is inside. Thank you very much, çok teşekkürler. And yeah, join us on the next leg to the center of Istanbul.
And we have something to tell you. It's a very important story. Yeah.
So.
Do you want to get start?